bug. Okay, fine. A bug is an error. Normally in programs, we encounter with some abnormal events, and they can be considered as bug, or can be also called as error. So, what is a debugging? Debugging. You might have heard about the word debugging, especially by testers. Testing
Yes.
testing professionals frequently use these
Right.
words like error, bug, debug, these things. Removing the errors is called as debugging. Simply removing the errors.
Debug. Yeah.
Removing the errors. Bug is an error, and removing that is known as a debug. That's it. Removing the error. Very simple.
Right.
So bug is an error, and removing that is known as debugging. Very simple. And how many types of errors are there? Next topic is types of errors. There are actually three types of errors. Number one is compile time errors. Compile time errors. Number two is runtime errors. Very simple, very easy to remember also. Runtime. Runtime errors. And the third one is logical errors. Logical errors. Frequently, I use the word like operation success, patient died.
Yes.
That is logical error.
Yeah.
Means program compiled successfully, executed
Okay.
successfully, but unfortunately, whatever we desired, the shape of the output, we are not going to get that. That is due to logical problems in the program. Okay, that is logical error.
Okay.
We will discuss each and everything one by one. Let us see compile time errors first. What are these compile time errors? As the name itself is telling, these are going to occur during the compilation of the program, isn't it? These are going to occur during
Yes.
the compilation of the program, simply. So they occur during the compilation of the program. Okay, fine. So how you can recognize them? They are mainly due to syntactical and grammatical mistakes. Syntax and grammar. If your application is having some problems with respect to syntax and grammar, grammar, then those errors can be called as syntax and grammar, in the sense, see, for example, if I miss a brace, any brace, whatever it may be, any brace, if I miss, or if I miss a semicolon, or if I miss a comma wherever required, isn't it?
Yeah.
Comma or a single quote or whatever it is, whatever is required in as part of your application, if you are missing these things, or even spelling mistakes like public, pub, I miss l, for example. So these are all called as syntactical and grammatical mistakes, isn't it?
Okay.
So these
Yes.
errors are detected by whom? These errors are detected by compiler.
Compiler.
During compilation itself, they are all detected. So interviewer may ask you one more thing, where to ask that question, but what is the solution for compile time error? What is the solution? I explained the problem, na? Just now I explained the problem. So what is the
Yes.
solution for this? Can you tell solution for this? The solution simply is, see, generally engineering students, especially first year students, even after 4 year, after completing fourth year also, majority cases, whenever they go to lab, whenever they are getting some mistakes, generally they copy and paste the programs from notes, from lab books.
Right.
Nowadays students, I mean the colleges are structured like that. Students take notes and they see the program and
Right.
write the program. Nothing is coming from brain, isn't it? They don't know what they just type.
Yeah.
Typing job, they are engineering students and they are doing just typing job. After all, even typing cannot be developed by seeing and typing, is it not? For that also
Right.
some
Yes.
craft is required, some skill is there for that also. Unfortunately, majority students, they see the book and again they are putting the tag as engineering, but no engineering is happening really. Any branch, you take mechanical also, okay, but that is the mechanical or electronics, whatever it may be.
Okay.
That is the problem with that. Actually, as a matter of fact, I am a mechanical engineer actually.
Okay.
And diploma in mechanical engineering and then done AMI as well.
Okay.
Then chosen this field. I have done MCA and then done my MTech in computer science.
Okay. Okay.
So that's why even I don't know anything in mechanical engineering. I studied in all reputed colleges.
Hmm.
I studied all in reputed colleges, but I don't know even the components in a refrigerator. At max, I know
Okay.
condenser, compressor, evaporator. That's it. Nothing more than that. So any engineering field is like that only, even in reputed colleges. That's why I have chosen
Hmm.
this skill later on. I preferred this. Okay, fine. So what is the solution for this? The solution is nothing but, see, I'm talking about lab. Whenever students go there, whenever they get error, they ask the technical person there, like a lab assistant or somebody like that, or even a lecturer or professor, whatever it may be. So what they are doing, they are seeing, for example, let me open Eclipse. Forgot opening Eclipse. So generally they start from the beginning and see line by line, is it not? Even daily, how
Yeah.
identifying errors, So whenever I get a mistake, I may be checking line by line at times, is it not? If it is a compile time,
Right.
especially,
Yeah.
especially if it is a compile time, I always look for those braces, semicolon, these things, spellings, and these things,
Right.
isn't it? So that is known
Yeah.
as kind of checking is known as desk checking. Desk checking.
Okay.
Desk checking. It is called as DESK. Desk checking. The solution for this is desk checking. And what is desk checking? Checking program from top to bottom, line by line. Checking program from top to bottom,
Okay.
line by line, every line by line is known as desk checking. That is the solution. Maximum interviews they won't ask that. Rare interview question, because majority don't know that even. That terminology.
Okay.
See, three things are important. I am saying from the beginning. Terminology, where you can score, because everybody is speaking in English nowadays, is it not? 10th failed
Yes.
student is also
Yeah.
speaking top class English.
Right.
But technicalities, yes, that also everybody is able to be correct in technically also. But terminology,
Right.
majority are not using correct terms. There you can score
Hmm.
over the others.
Right.
As far as the terms are concerned, correct terminology is required. Okay, so
True.
desk checking is the solution at the compile time.
Okay.
Okay, for this problem. So
Sure.
desk checking is nothing but checking each and every word, each and every word.
Okay.
So one more thing is that who is running who is compiling your Java program? Java compiler, is it not?
Right.
Java
Yes.
C, Java C. So
Java C. Yeah.
maximum it can display 100 errors only. Maximum 100 errors it can display at a time. Okay,
Okay.
100 errors.
Okay.
That is all about compile time errors. We got it. In
Okay.
this
Yes.
concept, the concept name is exceptional handling. So in this exceptional
Okay.
handling, there is nothing more than that. As far as compilation is concerned, we don't go more than that. Exception handling.
Okay.
And the majority things which we are doing, we are going to that area only in a short while. That is, next
Okay.
thing is runtime errors. What are runtime errors? Let me discuss about runtime. This is the area where we are focusing a lot. So compile time already it is over. Nothing but syntactical and grammatical mistakes. For that,
Right.
there is no special concept for that, isn't it? We can correct that
Yeah.
by doing desk checking. We can do that, line by line checking, word by word, word by word. Okay,
Okay.
fine. So runtime errors. So as the name itself is telling, these are generally caused at the runtime. Okay, at
Hmm.
runtime,
Okay.
at execution time, these are going to get generated, isn't it? At
Yeah.
execution time, these are getting generated. And one more thing which I found in our class is that you are very rarely asking doubts, na? Very rare. Yourself interpreting
Yeah.
in terms of doubts. I can feel much relaxed in your class. The other classes generally, every here and there they point out what is that, what is this. Even in programming, of
Okay.
course, theory okay, leave it. Programming especially.
Hmm.
Only whenever I
Okay.
type a mistake, then only you point. I can understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Execution.
because I feel you're very thorough and you don't directly
Thing is
jump
that
into topics.
synchronization is good, I think, between both of us.
Yeah.
Parallelly, you are able
Yes.
to catch whatever words I am delivering here. You are able to pay attention on that.
Right.
I don't know
Yes.
how many of
Because
like.
mornings I attend another class.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That class I have so many doubts because today they started Python,
Okay,
implementation of
okay, okay.
Python in web development.
Uh-huh.
Directly, he didn't even tell me what Python, how, no
Okay, okay,
introduction.
okay.
First thing he did is this print. He wrote print in braces, he
Extended.
wrote hello world,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
he said this is how it is, next
yeah.
variable is like this. They do that, but
Uh-huh.
I find the difference with you. You are not like that, so I can
Okay,
because
okay.
with them I do self study, lot of
Yeah, yeah.
self study.
If any relatives or friends are there for you, you can please
Sure, sure,
guide them also. They can get benefited.
sure, sir.
And
Yes, yes, definitely.
three of us will get good name. You will get good name. I will get good name, and moreover, student can get benefited as well.
True.
Reputation
Yes,
is important nowadays, is it not? So and so we should be
yes.
able to recognize.
Yes,
Exactly.
actually, I myself am planning to do SQL also
Okay, okay. SQL.
from you.
Okay.
Yes, I have learned it,
Uh-huh.
but
Hmm.
however, I am comfortable with Java. I don't see that comfort level with
Okay,
SQL.
okay, okay.
So I want that from you. So
Okay,
I
sure,
realize that I'm
sure,
going
sure,
to
sure.
get that only from you. So
As I promised you earlier, Core Java is getting finished by the end of this month. Hmm?
right,
Okay. So once we
yes,
complete that, we will do that. Because I am also
sure,
getting
sure.
busy nowadays, slowly. That's why I am just
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm just up. I mean, changing your timings as well a little bit. Because
Right, yes.
I was totally out of university now. I am free bird now.
Hmm.
So the college
Right.
where I worked, all the students are coming again back to me only. That is the
Okay.
thing. That
Yeah.
is the thing. Because they need badly quality education, not the university.
Yeah.
University is only meant for
True.
certificate. And real
Yes.
faculty, they are not utilizing their services. Isn't it?
Yeah.
That is the problem. Yeah. Okay, fine. Yes, sir. So, runtime errors, you have to focus a lot. Runtime errors.
Okay.
There is nothing in compile time errors as it is very clear cut. They are just simply syntax and grammar, nothing more than that. I am telling you. Okay.
Okay.
So whatever I am speaking with confidence. You can trust that. So execution.
Right.
Talking about execution, runtime errors. There are two things here which you have to remember. So
Mm-hmm.
majority errors come in runtime actually. Okay.
Okay.
If you are good in coding, compile time errors will not occur anyways. You know where to put. Of course, I
Mm.
have seen you so many times. You crossed that level because whenever I missed any semicolon or brace, immediately you point to me.
Yeah.
I'm having a trust on you that as far as that, I am
Yeah.
a keen observer like you as well. So runtime
Mm.
errors. As far as runtime errors are concerned, here our focus is on runtime errors. That too, majority errors we cannot deal. Programmer has nothing to deal with. Programmer has
Okay.
nothing to deal with. Okay, so nothing is in our
Okay.
hands. Then who is going to deal that? Leave it to operating system. Okay, leave it to operating system.
Okay.
It will display some appropriate message, some suitable message it is going to display. Okay, maybe relevant or irrelevant, whatever it
Okay.
is, we have to accept that and we have to go accordingly. So majority cases, OS will display some messages. Accordingly,
Okay.
we can make our adjustments. We can't get much information from that either. But at the same time, if any uh, big big blunders we are going to commit in our programs, they are all fatal
Mm-hmm.
errors. Fatal errors. Fatal. I use the
Right.
word fatal. So these fatal errors are very dangerous, and programmer cannot do anything. Even operating system is going to fail. Even OS is also going to fail at times. It cannot handle them, and
Okay.
they can crash your operating system as well. If once operating
Okay.
system is crashed, all your data is lost now. You cannot do anything again.
Yeah.
Again, you have to format, and again you have to format your disk and reinstall your operating system, isn't it?
Right.
And all the work will be will be under suffering, is it not? So
Yes.
these are all fatal errors. Majority, I am saying, I am talking about majority or majority errors OS will deal. Majority, already I named that word I used. So what about minority?
Yes.
Whenever we use the word majority, or automatically minority will also come. So
Right.
so these are the things which we are discussing. Minority only. Minor errors
Okay.
are there. As far as runtime errors are concerned, very few errors are there which a programmer can handle. Okay,
Okay.
programmer can handle by taking some precautions. Okay, those are known as exceptions. Got that word? This is our
Okay.
subject
Yes.
matter. This is our subject matter. I want to highlight this portion because this is our subject matter.
Okay.
Okay, in the big ocean, this little part is our concept, and that we have to accumulate a lot. So many things are there which we have to discuss in that. Okay.
Sure. Okay.
Yes. So this is our subject matter. Now comes error, and again I am talking about errors only, is it not? See, types of
Right.
errors. I named the heading as types of errors. And
True.
slowly I used the word. Just now I went into the word exception. Exception.
Exception.
Got it?
Yes.
Till now I used only
Yeah.
the word error. Compile time errors, runtime errors, logical errors. And again in runtime errors, I categorically divide it into majority and minority, isn't it?
Right.
And
Yes.
majority, nothing to do by a programmer, and we can simply leave that to operating system, right? and
Yes.
and at times OS may also not be able to decide that, maybe not in a position to deal with that, and they are all called as fatal errors which even may crash the operating system, right?
Okay.
And
Yes.
very few errors programmer can handle, they are known as exceptions. So this is our
Okay.
subject matter, that's why I highlighted that portion, exceptions. Now we can define the difference between error. One important interview question: what is the difference between an error and an exception? Error and exception. Let me come back to normal color. What is the difference between exception and error? So first of all, what is an error? Error is a bug. Simply I defined like that. Another definition I
Yes.
will give. Another definition I would like to give. That is, an error is an abnormal event. An error is an abnormal event now.
Yes.
It's an abnormal event which a programmer cannot deal. An abnormal event. Abnormal event. It's an event. Abnormal event which a
Right.
programmer cannot deal. Which a programmer cannot deal. Fine. That is error.
Okay.
An error is an abnormal event which a programmer cannot deal. Nothing to do with. And then what
Hmm.
is an exception? What is an exception? An exception is also an error. See how I am defining. An exception is also an error. It is also an error. An exception is also an error, but or is also an abnormal event. You can write is also an abnormal event. It is also an abnormal event,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
I am using an exception is also an abnormal event, but can be handled. Can be handled.
Okay.
Yes,
By
can be handled
programmer.
by a programmer by using exception handlers, by using
Okay.
some handling mechanism.
Exception and
Yeah, by using exception handlers. What are these handlers is going to be the next topic. Okay, so
yeah.
here I have to bypass. I should not bypass, but a bypass road is there. If you go, that is a very big road.
Okay.
We will go to that road again. We will catch that road. Don't worry. And let me cover the
Okay.
remaining little issues as well. What are they? Logical errors. Let me complete that logical errors also. Then we will come across
Okay.
this concept as well. Wait, sir. This is I'm loading something. Wait. How much memory is required for the 2.93 is there? Wait, how much memory it is taking? I think 2.93 for Visual Studio. Oh my God, that much. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. So an exception is also an abnormal event, but can be handled by a programmer by using exception
Programmer.
handlers.
Exception handler.
So before going into those exception handlers, that is another road I am saying about. But let us not go to that. Let us complete the remaining things as well. That is,
Okay.
and one more important thing:
Logical.
runtime errors. Who is going to recognize? Who is going to recognize runtime errors at during execution of the program? They are going to come fine, but who will execute
Right.
your program? Who is going to execute your program? Yes or no? JVM or no?
Oh, yes,
Yes
JVM,
or no?
Java Virtual Machine.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes.
Java virtual machine is going to notice these runtime errors. Okay.
Okay.
And Java C
Yes.
compiler is going to recognize the compile time errors. Java C.
Errors.
Java C is the compiler name, na? I told earlier. So
Yes.
Java C is the name of the compiler that is going to recognize, notice the compile time errors, whereas JVM will notice those runtime errors, and majority errors we cannot deal, and few errors we can deal. They are known as exceptions. Fine. Now
Okay.
the last but not least, that is logical errors. So what are logical errors? So these are neither detected by Java C compiler nor by JVM. Okay, these are detected
Okay.
neither by Java C nor by JVM. Got it? So these
Yes.
errors are neither detected by Java C compiler nor by JVM. That's why I use that word. I
Okay.
told you earlier. Operation success means Java C worked fine, JVM
Yeah.
worked fine, but desired output we are unable to get. Means some
Okay.
mistake is there in the logic of the program. Some mistake is there in the logic of the program. So what is the solution for this? Again, solution. Let us talk about the solution. In runtime errors, the solution is nothing but no solution. OS is one solution. If it cannot do, we have to leave it. Few errors we can deal
Right.
using exception handlers. For minority, exception
Okay.
handlers is the solution. But what about logical errors? What is the solution we can expect? See, system output can be compared with the manual output. Is it not? System
Yes.
output, system generated output is is compared with manual output, isn't it? Manual
Right.
output.
Yes.
For example, simple interest you are calculating, simple interest. Okay. So if you are calculating simple interest using Java application, unfortunately you got 900 rupees only there. But I mean, system is
Okay.
generating 900, but manually you have calculated and you are getting 9,000. In fact, you are getting 9,000. So what is that difference? You are getting output, but not the desired one. Is it not? So what you are
Yes.
going to do, see, for example, if you go to a bank, generally what they are going to do, if you want to deposit some amount, say 1 lakh you are depositing. So you have given cash. What they are going to do that with that cash? They are going to put in some machine or not?
Yes.
Counting machine, some machine will be there. No? In that they are going to put the
Mm-hmm.
all 500 notes are there, for example. They are going to put in that machine. It will calculate and give the
Right.
figure, isn't it?
Right.
Then again,
Yes.
what they are doing, I have observed in Hyderabad, one of the Bank of Baroda branches. I observed in the last even 6 years back itself. I observed that they in one bank they are using two machines, not even one. See, at left hand
Two
side,
machines and then manual.
left hand side one machine is there, right hand side another machine is there. In between, human being is there. So three times he tested that. 3 times it is giving correct result only. So that is the way you are going to
Okay.
manually also you can count n number of times na.
Yes.
Yeah, manually also you can count n number of times. Every time you are getting 9,000 only, then what should I do?
Mm.
What should I do? Means
It's correct.
what is wrong? Maybe system generated output.
Logic that we
Logic,
use.
again you have to go through the logic, like see for example,
Right.
simple interest formula is nothing but p into t into time period into rate of interest by 100, isn't it? This is the
Right.
formula
Yes.
which I know. So for instance, maybe somewhere in the formula we might have done like that, isn't it? Isn't it? We get less value or
Yeah.
lesser value or not, lesser simple interest
Yes.
or not. That's it. Simple reason. That could be the reason. Yeah. So
Yeah.
so logic we are going to check in those cases. So the programmer is responsible for logical errors. Am I right or not? The programmer
Yes.
himself is responsible for all these logical errors. They can be detected by comparing the program output with the manual output, manual result,
Output.
otherwise manual result. Yes. And now one more interview question is going to come, that is what are checked exceptions and unchecked exceptions? One more interview question. Checked exceptions.
Okay.
You understood
Unchecked
about
exception.
exception and error. You understood now difference between error and
Yes.
exception.
Yes.
Yes. So what is the difference between checked exception and unchecked exception? Unchecked exception. So the exceptions which are detected by the compiler are called as checked exceptions. Okay. Compiler
Okay.
detected by the compiler are called as checked exceptions. Checked exceptions. That's it. And which are not detected by the compiler are known as unchecked exceptions. Yes.
Unchecked.
And not detected by the compiler means who is going to detect them? JVM. JVM is going to detect the, compiler cannot detect, and JVM detects what?
Error.
Sorry, compiler cannot detect, just a minute. Yeah, JVM cannot detect, like, just a minute. Cannot detect. JVM cannot detect can be called as unchecked exceptions. These are unchecked exceptions. Okay. So the
Okay.
exceptions which are detected by the compiler are called as checked exceptions. Which are detected. Sorry, I have written cannot detect. Sorry. Just
Yeah.
1 second. Yeah. Now you got the shape. So the compiler, the exceptions which are detected by the compiler are called checked exceptions, right? And the exceptions which are
Right.
not detected by the compiler but are detected by the JVM are called as, I should not write cannot, I should write
Unchecked.
yeah, are known as unchecked exceptions. Understood now? So what is the difference between checked
Yes.
exception and unchecked exception? So those exceptions which
Right.
are detected by the compiler are known as checked exceptions. They are checked.
Checked exception.
Yeah. And those which are not detected by compiler but are detected by JVM are known as unchecked exceptions. There is every chance for confusion here. We should carefully understand this. So compiler can detect checked exceptions, but cannot detect. I will write that also. Wait, then we can understand. Compiler cannot detect, cannot detect, cannot detect. Whom? Unchecked exceptions. Got it? Unchecked exceptions.
Right.
Got it?
Yeah.
This is true. This is true. So this is an important interview question. Generally, they are going to ask this question. Okay. And now already I defined exception.
Okay.
I already defined exception as an abnormal event.
Yes.
Is an abnormal event that can take
Yes.
place in program. Fine. And exceptions are also represented by classes in Java. Exceptions are also represented by classes. Exceptions are all represented by classes in Java. Okay. And all these classes are present in lang package. Got it?
Yeah. Yes.
Again, I am going to that package concept, that is lang package. So till now, what are the things available in lang package? String concept also I told na. String also belongs to lang.
Yes.
And then now I am telling that exception classes,
Exceptions.
so many predefined exception classes are there, and they all belong to which class? Lang package. And by default it is imported, you need not import that.
Okay.
Okay, by default it is imported now, you need not import again. And I told earlier somewhere here majority I use it now, so I can give some percentage also, like 90%. 90% errors we cannot, there is nothing for a programmer to deal with. 90% I'm telling. This only 10%.
Okay.
10% is our concept. Got it? 10%. Got it? 10%.
Okay.
That 10% makes this much concept.
Yes.
2 to 3 days concept is there. So the 10% we have to learn in
Okay.
the sense, 10% in the sense, almost all some 16 years back itself, 40, 48 plus exception classes are there. Exception classes are there. Okay, if you open Java API, you can see 48 plus exceptions even now.
Yeah.
One or
Okay.
added now. So that is about that. And now let me draw one architecture here, java.lang.
Okay.
So java.lang is the package name. So I can design like that, like this. Wait. Where is that? Regularly we draw with that. Where is that? Shapes. I'm looking for. I'll do one thing. I will just. Okay. So java.lang is the package. In that class, there is a predefined class known as throwable. Throwable is the name of the class.
Okay.
Throwable is the name of the class. There is one predefined class called as throwable. 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 It is a predefined class. Okay. In java.lang, there is one predefined class
Okay.
known as throwable. In throwable class, there are two subclasses called as error and exception. I will give you total shape. Just a minute. I will give you total shape
Okay.
of this hierarchical order. Yeah. Now, one side, let me write exception, and on the other side, I will go with the other one. Another one I will draw here like this. I'll put, yeah, again, I will take this. Wait. One more like this. And one is called as error. Error. Already I discussed it, na? Oh,
Yes.
automatically it is coming in red. I don't know. Error means I have not done anything. I don't know how it is coming. Maybe something happened. Unknowingly something happened. Okay, fine. Danger, na? Error means that's why it is coming in red.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Where is that cursor? Where is that? Where is that? It has gone somewhere. My cursor. Yeah, it is. Oh, I clicked something. Wait, sir. Wait. Yeah, yeah. And the other one is exception. Exception. It is also coming in red color. Exception, but it is not that much dangerous. We can deal that now. I will put it blue, safe. Okay. Error,
Okay.
exception. So java.lang. So somebody may ask you, error and exception are subclasses for throwable class. Can I mention like that?
Probable.
Both error
Yes.
and exception are subclasses of I need not write, you can understand from yourself.
Throwable.
Error and
Yeah.
exception are subclasses of throwable class. And throwable is a
Throwable.
class
Yeah.
present in which package? Java dot
Lang package.
is, yes, and by default it is imported. That's it. And you can define error and exception also. And all errors are the subclasses
Okay.
of some errors, whichever you get. See, at times if you are getting error in Eclipse or wherever you type the program, so if you are getting an error, it is a subclass of error only. Got it? It is displaying some name.
Right.
Okay? So they are all subclasses of error. Similarly,
Okay.
all the subclasses of exception, there will be some subclasses of exception also. Okay, there will be some subclasses for
Okay.
exception also. So all those subclasses belong to which class? Exception class. Got it? All the subclasses. Error we
Okay.
don't want to
Yes.
leave it. Leave error to hell. That's it. We are not bothering.
Yeah.
Let us not bother about that. But as far as exceptions are concerned, the list is very big, somewhere around 48 they are in number. Like first one, see,
Okay.
arithmetic exception is there. We will discuss each and everything slowly.
Okay.
Arithmetic exception is there. Number two, array index out of bounds exception is there. Array index, you know arrays concept also. Array index
Yes.
out of, see how I am writing capital letters, you should be very careful. See, wherever I am
Hmm.
writing, see, every word starts with capital letter. I told in the beginning, na, as far as classes are
Yes.
concerned.
Camel casing.
Yeah, yeah. Array index out of, even off, oh, capital letter. That's it.
Hmm.
Generally, we ignore off small word na. No, not like that. Even it should start with capital letter. Array index out of bounds. Bounds. Exception. Got it?
Yeah.
Be a big name with some practice, you can remember that name. Not a great deal. Arithmetic exception,
Sure.
array index out of bounds exception. Similarly, string index out of bounds exception, string index out of bounds exception, exception. And then class not found exception, class not found, class not found. All these things we are going to practice. Exception, majority exceptions we will practice. Remaining you can leave to you can go for API and you can understand as well if I can discuss few things. And then file not found exception is also there. These are all important
Okay.
exceptions whichever I am dealing. File not found, file not found exception is also there. Okay, and then no such method exception is also there. No such method, no such method exception is there. Okay, like this, so many are there. So with the time I will discuss all these things. Okay, let me move to
Okay.
exception handlers. The list is very big. I will discuss with the time, I will discuss all these things, don't worry. Okay, so and so are there.
Okay. Yes.
Now let us move to exception handlers. What are the exception handlers available in Java? There are 5 exception handlers available in Java. Exception handlers. What are the exception handlers available in Java? One is try. I told earlier, na, there is a bypass from here.
Yes.
Yeah, somewhere in runtime minor here.
Yeah.
I told we have to deviate from here. I told, na, that is this bypass.
Yeah. Okay.
We traveled into the village and now we are at the main road again. Try. And the second one is catch. Sorry, throw is there. TH. You can write in any order, no problem. TH, throw, and then comes catch, and then comes throws, and then comes finally. These are the exception handlers available in Java. In C++, these many are not there. I think 3 to 4.
Okay.
3 to 4, I did not remember properly. 3 to 4, I think, are there. One among them will not come. Throws is not there. Only 4 are there. Four, I guess. Okay.
Okay.
Try, throw, catch, throws, and finally, these are the exception handlers. We should study on each and everything in this. Okay. So
Okay.
runtime exceptions are solved by a programmer using the exception handlers.
Handler.
These are all runtime exceptions. Now we are dealing as a programmer. We are
Yes.
going to deal with the runtime exceptions. They are solved by the
Right.
programmer using exception handlers, and there are
Handlers.
and they are 5 in number. Okay, fine. So first one
Okay.
is try. So try. Uh, See, before going into these details, let me explain where you are getting problem. Let me explain. Wait.
Okay.
Which area we are going to get? We are going to face some problems. I will explain. See, I'm going to write some program. Don't bother about the head and tail of the program. I will mention the body of the program.
Okay.
Just I will mention the body of the program. See, A is equal to 40. Okay. B is
Mm-hmm.
equal to wait. B is equal to A minus 40. Okay, fine. Now X is equal
Okay.
to A by A by within bracket A minus 40. What is the output? Tell me for this. What is the output for this? Can you tell?
40.
Don't bother about
40
semicolons,
minus
brace,
40
braces.
is 0.
A is 40, A minus 40.
It'll be,
Hmm? What is the answer for
it'll
this?
be,
Infinity, not
it'll
defined,
be,
not defined.
yeah,
Infinity, na?
yeah, not
Not
defined.
defined, na?
Yes.
Yeah. These kind of things, if you are going to come across in your logic, see, let us assume whole lot of code is there before that. Here, see,
Mm-hmm.
huge amount of code is there. But I don't use this symbol. It is displaying a line, na? Oh my God.
Mm.
Wait. Yes. So here, huge amount of code is there like this. Okay.
Mm.
Huge amount of code
Okay.
is there, and not 2 lines. Say, for example, 20, 30, or 50 or 100 lines of code is there. Huh? And all that code is correct.
Okay.
All the code is correct. 100 lines of code. 100 lines of code. All pretty correct. Correct. Okay. Now some problem
Mm-hmm.
you got, and after that, whichever you are writing, that is also 100% correct. Here 200 lines of code is
Okay.
there.
Yeah.
200 lines of code is there. All correct. That is also correct. Okay. But see, due to small reason, due to simple issue, your entire application, thousands of lines of code is getting damaged or not, isn't it?
Yes.
The entire
Yeah.
food is spoiled or not due to one small thing, isn't it?
Yes.
So that is the problem here. Due to one small bug, the entire food we are going to throw away. No, it is not correct,
Yes.
is it not? So how to come out of that?
True.
So, so this is not an error. It is not that much dangerous. It is after all an exception.
Yes.
It is an exception which you are getting. It is after all an exception and nothing but
Mm.
arithmetic exception. Arithmetic
Okay.
exception, isn't it? It is
Yeah.
an arithmetic exception. So how to deal that? We should be having some mechanism to deal that. That mechanism falls
Right.
here. That is possible using exception handlers like this.
Sure.
So
Okay.
same set of code. See how I am going to write. Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Same set of code.
What is the difference between logical error and this?
Which one?
Because
Logical error and
can we consider this as a logical error?
no. This is not logical again. Yeah. You are misled here. See, wait. I will discuss. Wait. That is not logical error. See, logical error means you are
Okay.
getting some output here. You are not getting any output for this. You are
Okay.
getting
Yeah.
struck
Okay.
totally. See, logical error, I
Okay.
told na, simple interest. See, simple interest.
Hmm.
You are not getting any undefined value here.
Right. Okay.
You are getting 900 in place of 9,000.
True.
That's it. But here There is no chance of getting 900 or 9000 also. It is undefined, not
Yeah.
even defined.
Okay.
Somewhere beyond our limits, beyond our limits it is
Yeah.
going. That is even not an error, but it is an arithmetic exception. See, two types of
Exception.
students are
Okay.
there in a class. For example, two types of students are there. One is stubborn,
Mhm.
and the other one is seeing because of the environmental factors, he has changed a little bit. He's also tough,
Mhm.
but not that much. Okay, one person is stubborn.
Okay.
Whatever I say,
Okay.
he won't listen. Okay, he
Mhm.
won't accept, he won't listen. The other fellow, due to
Okay.
environment, he changed it like that. But we can set him right again. Okay, by calling his parents or
Okay.
something like that,
Okay.
we can set him correct. So what is the difference? One is error. Stubborn means error.
Right.
Leave it to OS or leave it to hell, that's it. We
Mm.
cannot change that. The other
Right.
fellow, heal, that is exception. Got that?
Okay.
Majority we
Yes.
cannot deal,
Yes.
they
Yes.
are all stubborn errors. But very few you can deal.
Correct.
One
Okay.
such you are encountering here, one such, that is arithmetic exception. Okay, see how we
Okay.
are going to put that code. So this is all correct program. Okay, fine. See here, whenever you are getting some problem here, see, I am putting this whole lot of code inside a try block. So this, wherever you are doubtful, with that code now.
Yes.
See, for example, it is raining heavily. Okay, so
Mhm.
for example, you are having a two-wheeler as well as a four-wheeler. Okay,
Right.
which one you prefer?
If it's
Two-wheeler
raining,
or
four-wheelers.
four-wheeler? Obviously you prefer.
Yes.
Why? Why?
Because it
Because
will
you are
rain.
having doubt. Because it
Doubt.
is not
Yes.
raining, some doubts are there. Climatic condition is
Yes.
not good. You are having some doubts, but urgently you have to travel somewhere around 10 kilometers only 10 kilometers. But
Mhm.
still, obviously, there is nothing to carry and you can go on a two-wheeler, but you are preferring four-wheeler. Why? Because there is huge chance of rain today, for instance.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
then obviously you are taking your precautions. Or even
Correct.
if you
Okay.
want to go to side by shop, just half parlang or a parlang, generally you prefer carrying an umbrella, is it not?
Yes.
So
Yes.
that care we are taking in this program also. See, try. I am putting this
Okay.
part of the code inside try block. This part of the code
Okay.
inside try block. Okay. So if any
Okay.
exception is there, generally a catch block. Total code I will give later on. Don't worry. I'm giving a catch block here and write something here like arithmetic exception and something I will write here. Don't worry. I will discuss about these things.
Okay.
Okay. And inside that you are writing some code here. This is the way to catch that and deal that.
Okay.
Okay. See,
Okay.
even if you are getting an exception, not an error, but a small exception, you can handle that with care by putting that whole lot of code inside that try block. And obviously you are
Okay.
catching that as well. So if you are able to catch that, you can deal in your own way. Like I can write some message here like system.out.print, division by zero is not possible. Division by zero is not possible. Got it? I can make a message like this
Yes.
so that I'll get, so whenever I come across such abnormal event, so-called exception, obviously I'm going to get one simple message like this. The remaining part of the code, this is never getting trouble. They are all perfect and I'm getting that executed. Fine. See, for example, if somebody got wounded in his eye, okay,
Mhm.
if somebody got wounded in his eye, does he go for operation for nose, eye, mouth, whatnot,
Mhm.
everything?
No.
Is it correct? No. Only a few drops of
No.
medicine may be required for that eye. That's it. Why should he get operated
Yes.
all over? Is it not?
Yes.
It doesn't mean that he has to die. Is it not? So here also same
Right.
issue. One small problem is there. For that, I should not spoil the entire application. Is it not? The entire
Yeah.
application should not get spoiled. Only that code should be treated as a doctor. Then generally, doctor what they are going to do? They are going to operate only that portion. Only that
Mm.
portion should be operated.
Correct.
The other portion should not be touched. Is it not? The other area should
Yes.
be untouched. So here also, that's why wherever we are getting problem, if you are able to put a try block inside that, if you put that whole lot of code, wherever you are getting those leaps and bounds, obviously you are catching that and dealing that in your own way. If there is no problem, nothing is caught. Got it? See, for example, same
Yes.
program, see what I am doing. Yeah. Now, can you get answer or not? See, I will write one
Yes.
statement. Yeah. See, system.out.print inside. Can I display X or not? Here.
Yes.
So here, before that, some correct statements are there, and they are nothing but say, even after here also, some statement is there, system.out.print A. Successfully, I can display A value. Any problem with A value? Tell me here, any
No.
problem with A? And any
No.
problem with B? Here also I will write some statement like
No.
this, system.out.println B. Any problem with B? Maybe
No.
0 you are getting, okay. 0 is
Yeah.
acceptable. 0 is acceptable. But where
True.
is the
Yes.
problem? This is a small thorn. Just one thorn has been injected into foot. Is it not?
Right.
One thorn, just after all a
Yeah.
thorn. You have to remove that. How to remove? For that operation is not required. Just remove that. How to remove that? So catch that. So whenever you encounter a mistake, for example, if I write 40, then only thorn is there. Otherwise it is okay. Is
Yes.
it not? If I write 39,
Yeah.
not an issue. If I write any other number, not an issue. If I write 40, yeah, it is a bug. It is a thorn. So it is not a bug,
Right.
it is an exception. It's an exception, an abnormal event, which you can handle by taking some care. That care I have taken. I have kept a try block.
Yes.
Immediately, I'm going to catch that and deal that in my own way. Is it not? Even if you don't deal
Yeah.
also, I told in the beginning, one of the buzzword, you just recollect, robust. Java is robust. I told
Yeah.
you due to
Yes.
exception handling mechanism. I told on that day. You remember that?
Yes.
Recordings are
Yes, I
there. Notes
remember.
is recordings are there. Notes is there. Two evidences. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
Java is robust. Robust means I told on that day that due to strong exception handling mechanism, but don't ask me that. I told on that day because at
Yes.
appropriate time I will discuss. That time came now. Got it?
Yes.
So see, inbuilt mechanism is there. That is the feature of Java. That's why majority people like Java. Even after 18 years of, I learned 18 years back, but still I relish this. I enjoy this. I like this subject. Why? Because it is built in such a way that everybody likes the subject. Okay. So,
Okay.
so inbuilt mechanism is there. Inbuilt exception handling mechanism is there in Java. I will show you through programs also. Today we may not do
Okay.
any program. Tomorrow we will do some programs because a lot of
Sure.
theory is there before that. That's why. Let me complete this theory.
Yeah.
Inbuilt exception handling mechanism is there. Okay, strong, not too simple one, strong one. In C++,
Okay.
it is not there at that much, it is not at that much strong. Okay, so strong inbuilt
Okay.
exception handling mechanism is there. Even if you are not giving try catch also, no problem, I'm telling you. But if you can give try catch, you can deal in your own way. Got it?
Yeah.
Like see, some people at the back of the vehicle, they will write, if any problem with my driving, please call me, something like that they write now.
Yes. Yes.
They deal
Yes.
in their own
In
way.
case of
Yeah,
rash
yeah,
driving.
yeah, yeah. Some people are so gentle that they write like that. How nice it is
Yes.
it not? Or some people,
Yeah.
whoever are going to learn a four-wheeler or two-wheeler, they will put elbowed, isn't it?
Tailboard. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So learning, yeah. So it is all the strategy of their own. So here also I want to deal in my own way. I don't rely on system will execute some message, but I want to deal in my own way. Then you can go with the try catch blocks. Okay,
Okay.
so this is all the mechanism which we are having. So what is a try block? Now we will see what is a try block.
Okay.
So all in small letters only. It is a keyword. Where is my cursor? It is somewhere. It is not responding. Just a second.
Sure.
Yes, try. So what is a try block? So the programmer should write the statements whichever he is doubtful, is it not?
Mm.
So the
Yes.
programmer should write the statements whichever he's, he's having doubts of encountering an exception inside a try block, isn't it? So
Yes.
if I am doubtful, I am going to put the, hello, hello.